Hey movie buffs, think you know everything about The Breakfast Club? Think again. From surprising original titles to lesser-known behind-the-scenes secrets, we've discovered 10 mind-blowing facts about this iconic 80s film that will change the way you see it forever. Stay tuned to find out why Judd Nelson almost got fired, which major stars auditioned for Claire, and the shocking truth behind Allison's dandruff. You won't want to miss a single second of this. Number 1. The original title. Did you know that The Breakfast Club was almost called The Lunch Bunch? The original title didn't quite capture the essence of the story. The filmmakers wanted a name that reflected the early morning detention setting, where the characters bond over their shared punishment. By changing the title to The Breakfast Club, they not only emphasized the time of day, but also created a more memorable and intriguing name. This small change helped set the tone for the entire movie, making it an enduring classic. Imagine how different the movie's legacy might have been with its original title. Number 2. Improvised circle scene. One of the film's most memorable scenes, where the characters share their personal stories, was completely improvised. The raw emotion and vulnerability you see on screen weren't scripted. The director, John Hughes, encouraged the actors to draw from their own experiences and let their characters' voices come through naturally. This approach resulted in genuine, heartfelt performances that resonated with audiences. The improvisation added an authentic layer to the film, making the characters' confessions feel real and relatable. This spontaneous storytelling method added depth to the film, leaving a lasting impression on viewers. Number 3. Judd Nelson's method acting. Judd Nelson, who played the rebellious Bender, stayed in character even when the cameras weren't rolling. His dedication to method acting meant he continued to embody Bender's tough, antagonistic persona off-screen. This intense commitment led to some real-life tension, especially with Molly Ringwald, who he sometimes bullied off-set. Despite this, his co-star Paul Gleason defended his approach, recognizing the depth it brought to Bender's character. This behind-the-scenes drama almost cost Nelson his role, but ultimately, it contributed to a more convincing performance. His method acting added an extra layer of realism to Bender's character, making him one of the most memorable rebels in film history. Number 4. Filming in sequence. Unlike most films, The Breakfast Club was shot in sequence. This means that the scenes were filmed in the order they appear in the movie. This unusual approach helped the young cast develop their characters and relationships naturally, allowing their emotions and interactions to evolve authentically. Filming in sequence allowed the actors to experience the story as their characters would, leading to more genuine and dynamic performances. It was a unique method that added to the film's overall impact and realism. This technique also helped the actors build a stronger connection, reflecting their characters' evolving relationships. Number 5. Parmesan cheese snowstorm. Remember that quirky moment when Allison sprinkles dandruff on her drawing? Well, it wasn't really dandruff, it was Parmesan cheese. Ali Sheedy's character, Allison, was known for her eccentric behavior, and this scene perfectly captured her unique personality. The use of Parmesan cheese instead of real dandruff added a humorous and unexpected twist. Interestingly, this small detail has become a favorite tidbit among fans. Parmesan cheese was used because it was safe and visually effective, creating the perfect flaky effect on camera. Number 6. Principal Vernon's name. Principal Vernon's name is actually a nod to a minor actor from the Beatles film A Hard Day's Night. The director, John Hughes, loved to include subtle references and homages in his work. Naming the principal after a character from a beloved Beatles movie was his way of paying tribute to another classic film. This little Easter egg adds an extra layer of interest for movie buffs and Beatles fans alike, showcasing Hughes' attention to detail and his love for pop culture. This nod to the Beatles film connects The Breakfast Club to a broader cultural context, making it even more intriguing for fans. Number 7. Bender's famous lines. Some of Bender's most famous lines, including the hilarious joke about the blonde and the salami, were improvised by Judd Nelson. His quick wit and sharp tongue brought Bender's character to life, adding a layer of spontaneity to the film. Nelson's improvisation skills meant that many of Bender's memorable moments were created on the spot, making his character even more dynamic and unpredictable. This improvisation added authenticity to Bender's rebellious nature and made his lines iconic. Nelson's ability to think on his feet and deliver such memorable lines contributed significantly to the film's enduring popularity. Number 8. Casting for Claire. Before Molly Ringwald landed the role of Claire, several other famous actresses, including Robin Wright, Jodie Foster, and Laura Dern, auditioned for the part. Each brought their own unique interpretation to the character, but ultimately, Ringwald's portrayal won the role. Her performance as the princess of the group became iconic, defining her career and the film itself. What's even more intriguing is that Molly Ringwald initially read for the role of Allison before being cast as Claire. Director John Hughes specifically tailored the role to suit her talents, recognizing her star potential. Number 9. The removed nude scene. A nude shower scene was planned, but ultimately cut before filming began. The decision to remove this scene was made to maintain the film's focus on the emotional and psychological journeys of the characters, rather than their physical appearances. Cutting the scene allowed the filmmakers to keep the story more centered on the heartfelt confessions and personal growth of the characters. This choice contributed to the film's enduring appeal, emphasizing its deeper themes over sensational content. By focusing on the characters' inner lives rather than their physicality, the filmmakers ensured that the story's emotional core remained intact. Number 10. Unmade sequels. There were once plans to create periodic sequels to The Breakfast Club to check in on the characters over time. Unfortunately, due to strained relationships between the director and some of the actors, these sequels never materialized. The idea of following the characters as they grew older and seeing how their lives unfolded would have been intriguing. Imagine catching up with the gang at their high school reunions or seeing how their teenage experiences shaped their adult lives. Director John Hughes envisioned a series of films that would revisit the characters every 10 years, offering a real-time look at their development and the lasting impact of their detention day. However, the conflicts behind the scenes meant that these potential sequels remained an unfulfilled dream. And there you have it, 10 fascinating and little-known facts about The Breakfast Club that reveal just how much more there is to this classic than meets the eye. From improvised scenes and unexpected casting choices to quirky on-set details and unrealized sequels, it's clear why this film continues to captivate audiences decades later. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment below with your favorite fact, and subscribe for more in-depth exploration into your favorite classic films. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.